Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is July 31st, 2023. So it's the last day of July. Finally. I've been talking about this being the last week of July for the last couple of videos of my videos this week, right? So tomorrow's going to be the first day of August, which is very exciting because August is going to be a very exciting month for all kinds of reasons. Okay, it's just going to be exciting. It could be the feeling is going to be excitement, whether it's good excitement, bad excitement. It's just exciting. To be as vague as possible, right? Because now, aside from that, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it doesn't, then no force to be your story, right? I want to talk about a dream, one of the dreams that I had last night. And I know in my last video, which was Saturday, I posted last, I was like, I might make another video of the other dream that I had, right? I still might, if it's relevant enough, but I probably should still make the video anyways. It might not be relevant to me, but it might be relevant to you, right? Like, just because I already seen it doesn't mean, like, it's like a movie. Just because I already seen the movie doesn't mean, like, other people haven't seen the movie, right? So, I'll remember to make my videos consecutive. So in the dream that I had last night, it's about a parasite. Now, I know in saying that, oh my gosh, gross, or oh my god, how scary, it's not. I promise you it's not. So in the dream, let's see, I was sitting by a table, if I remember correctly. I was in a house standing by a table, and it's interesting. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this the best way I can because time is so different, all right, in dreams, okay? So I was standing by a table, and the parasite looked like a leech, by the way, right? A leech. It was a good sized leech. It was dark in color. It was the size, I want to say maybe like a guinea pig, and guinea pigs are like rodents. They're like fat, hairy. They're really cute, right? They're really, really cute, right? But it was, it looked like a leech, and it was like the size of a rodent. And this leech just fell off of me, right? It fell off of me from my chest. And what felt like the longest time this leech was on me, for like the longest time. I can't even tell you how long, but it just felt like it was on me for like ever, right? And it just fell off. And I remember looking at this leech, and I wanted to see the cute side of it. So I wanted to pet it. I wanted to appease it, right? I wanted to like still be close to it. What else? And the leech, it's kind of like after taking and taking and taking and taking and taking from you for so long, it was like, I don't know, it just kind of like, it got what it wanted and it fell off of me, right? If you don't know anything about leeches are actually good. But in the dream, it was. Anyways, I'll explain why it was the way it was in the dream. But out here, leeches, there's this thing called bloodletting, I believe. And back then, in like World War I and World War II, they used to put leeches on the body to kind of like, because leeches will clean out the blood. It will filter out the blood. Right, it would filter out the blood, clean the blood, and then once it was done, it would just like fall off, I guess, right? So like doctors and nurses would used to use leeches, and also they used to use maggots too, because maggots eat away the dead flesh and like the diseased parts, but that's irrelevant, right, to what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so and it fell off, and I was trying to appease it, and one of the reasons why I was trying to appease it is because when it fell off, I felt like I was shocked, and I was confused, and I was like scared, and I was like sad. But it was really because I was bonded with this parasite for so long. Like, it was a part of me for so long that when it got off of me, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was kind of like a breakup. Right? That's how it felt, like a breakup, right? So then I ran to somebody in the dream that I knew, right? And I told him, by the way, and when I tried to pet the leech, because I was trying to see the cute side of it, I was still trying to appease it. I went to pet it, but it showed me its teeth. Like, it hissed at me and it showed me its teeth and, like, kind of slithered away under the floorboards, right? And it just, like, so it's kind of like, it got what it wanted from me, and then it just left me, right? And which started, like, all those emotions, which kind of felt like a breakup. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went to, in the dream, it was somebody I knew, like somebody, like a friend. And I'm like, my leech fell off. My leech fell off. My leech is under the floorboards now. And the person who I said this to, they were very relaxed. They were laying in a bed, very relaxed. And they said, well, isn't that a good thing? And when they said that, this is all in the dream. When they said that, I was like, I guess so. And as soon as I acknowledged that it was a good thing, I felt a sense of relief. My body felt so much lighter. I was just like, oh my God, this is a good thing. Wow. I feel so relieved now. And then I realized how light my body felt, right? I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I was holding on to something that was doing me more harm than good. And it's like I was attached to the bond. And because I was so attached to the bond of this parasite, of this leech, I wasn't realizing how much harm it was doing me than good. It wasn't until, like, an outsider perspective was like, well, isn't that a good thing that they left? Then I was just like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, you're right. I feel relief. Like, I feel pretty darn good, right? So that's why I said that the dream of the parasite is not a bad dream. It was a good dream. So now, this dream, I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to pull cards on this, but I just feel like this parasite, whether this is a person or, like, an actual parasite, like a spiritual parasite, and it was, like, on my chest. So it was, like, taking from my chest of, like, my heart. So it was like this parasite was, like, taking from your heart. So I don't feel like this is an actual person. I just feel like this is, like, an actual parasite, like a spiritual parasite. It was just taking from your heart, right? It was like, I don't know, making you feel like you needed it, like you needed this bond, like you need to be this way, you need to be a certain lifestyle, you need to think a certain way, you need to feel a certain way, like this is how it's supposed to be. Hold on. Is that okay? That's cheese? Okay, you're good. And it's like, I feel like you two, hold on. I feel like you two, collective, you needed to realize that you didn't need this parasite. And I feel like what a lot of humans fail to realize is that humans are actually very, very powerful. Humans are very powerful. But it's that fear that makes humans feel like they're not powerful, makes humans feel like they're weak, that they can't do this, they can't do that. Like in my one video, I talked about how you can say no in your dreams, you can make choices, you can change things, you can do this, you can, in your dreams, you just have to practice, right? It's possible, you just have to practice. Once you realize that you can do something, it's like easy peasy lemon squeezy. But I feel like with this parasite, it was a fear of attachment to the bond. But once you realize that this bond, like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say what the parasite was for you, but it definitely had to do with your heart chakra. It was kind of keeping things closed. It was just, this parasite was just feeding on, like, because I remember it was like on my chest and it just fell off. It just like fell off of my chest and it kind of like did a little tumble and it was like looking at me and I was like, oh, let me pet you. And it like hissed at me, right? It's like once you realize you didn't need it, you didn't need this relationship, this bond, this attachment. For some of you, it could be a lifestyle, a way of thinking, whatever it was that allowed this parasite to clog up your heart. Once you realize that you don't need that thing, it kind of just, the parasite just fell off. It's like, I'm no longer getting what I want from you. I gotta go. because it's like it got what it wanted from me for so long, but it's like it couldn't get anything else from me, so it just fell off, right? It just fell off, and I was trying to appease it, like, no, you still need to be with me, and it's just like the parasite. It was like, I don't need to be with you. I wanted to be with you because you had what I wanted, but now that you don't have what I want, I'm leaving. And then I was like, that's when I realized, I was like, oh yeah, like this wasn't even good for me at all in the first place. Like it wasn't. I don't need this either. It wasn't good. So it's like, if this is a person, and if it is a heartbreak, because that's what it felt like. It felt like a heartbreak, right? If this is a person, and they were just like feeding on you, making you put into them your love, really, it was like they were feeding off of the love that you were giving them. And it's like they got all the love that they needed. They don't need you anymore. And you're just like, but wait, what about all the history that we've been through? What about our bond? What about our connection? What about our attachment? And then that's when somebody on the outside in the dream was like, isn't that a good thing that they left? Isn't that a good thing that it's no longer attached to you? You know, and it's just like a sense of relief, like, wow, I feel so much lighter now that I don't have this attachment on me. So anyways, let me start pulling cards because I'm already like 11 minutes in talking. So, wow. We have in Cancer. So you could be a Cancer. This could be about a Cancer. But there's a process that's happening right now for the collective. It's like, I feel like you're processing these emotions, like a shock, confusion, right? You have to process that. It's kind of like you have to go through a grieving process, and then you'll have like a sense of clarity, like, oh, wait a minute. Intuition to protect, attitudes from the past about, resulting from the history of. I was literally just, this is everything I've been saying. Intuition to protect, like you wanted to appease it, right? Attitudes from the past about, because of how long you've been attached or how long you've been together, resulting from the history of, because it's, you know, we've been together for so long. It's that. What about our attachment? What about our bond? You could also be a mother. So it's like, with the intuition to protect, I feel like you wanted to appease it because you wanted to keep it close. And I feel like also because there was a tone of nurturing in the dream as well. So it's like you wanted to nurture this parasite because of the bond, like the what you shared, right? It's like, I feel like it was like you grew to love it, right? Not realizing that it was not good, like it was toxic. It was doing you more harm to love this thing than good. And you wanted to appease it. You wanted to keep it close. You wanted to, like, but what about our bond? What about all the time? What about all the years that we've been together, right? And this parasite was like, well, I got what I wanted from you. I'm leaving now, right? And it was like that shock, that confusion, like, wait, what? What do you mean? Don't you need me anymore? And it's just like, it's not that, what you didn't realize is that it's not that you needed it. It's that you're not providing what it needs from you. You're not feeding it the way it wants to be fed or the way it needs to be fed, right? Because it's like what leeches do, they clean the blood, right? So it's like, if you're too clean for this parasite, for this person, if you're too pure, if you're too clean, then a dirty person, a parasite, they're not going to want to be on you. Like, they're not going to be attacked. You're not going to give it what it needs. Negativity, malice, confusion, doubt, anxiety, depression, pettiness, gossip, betrayal, backstabbing. You're not giving it what it needs, right? You're too clean. You're too pure. So if this is a person, it's like, you're too clean for me. I can't get the kind of love or the kind of reaction or the kind of, I'm not getting it from you. I have to go find it somewhere else. This parasite is just like, your blood is too clean for me. Your soul is too clean for me. I'm not getting what I need, which is that malice, that darkness, right? If it was a person, it's just like, I'm not getting what I want from you, which is pettiness, gossip, anxiety, manipulation. I'm not getting what I want from you. This parasite, this person needs that. And they can't get it from you. So it's kind of like with that nurturing tone, either you're a mother or you're just naturally a nurturing person, right? And it's like you were willing to nurture this thing for the ends of your life, even though it was bad for you, but it's like you're not nurturing. I don't know why. It's crazy because it's like, I'm giving you all the love you need. What do you mean you're leaving me? What do you mean? I'm giving you all the love, right? I'm giving you all the nurturing that you need. But it's like this thing, that's not what it wants. You want to nurture something. You want to take care of it. You want to give it love. You want to give it affection. You want to, make a home for it. You want to make it comfortable. That's not what this thing wants, right? And it's like, it's shocking to you because you're willing to do all of this. You're willing to nurture it, to mother it, to protect it, to take care of it, right? Despite all the history, you were willing to do this, but it's like the minute it was like, I don't need that. That's not what I need, so I'm leaving. And it's just like, what do you mean? Like, it's so shocking to you, and it's like sad. It's like, but let me protect you, let me take care of you, let me appease you, right? I can do this. And this parasite is just like, no, that's not what I want. I don't need that. I need malice. I need degradation. I need insecurities. I need hate. I need what you're giving me is a loving light, and that's not what I need. Hold on. So yeah, I'm back. So yeah, you're not giving it what it needs. And it's crazy because you would think like, people travel the world to find love and to find light, but then there are things that they don't want love and light. They just want malice. They want degradation. They want insecurities. They want pain, right? And for the longest of time, when you were in that emotional state with your heart, you always had pain in your heart. You always had hate in your heart. You always had revenge, like resentment, bitterness. You were always holding that in your heart. And that's what this parasite fed off. It was like, yum, 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 delicious. I want more. Give me more pain. Give me more anxiety. Give me more insecurities, revenge, and bitterness, and all of that, right? It's delicious. It's a snack. But you don't have that in your heart anymore, right? You don't have that. You're healed. You're all love and light now. And this parasite was just like, ugh. Like, it just, like, fell off of me like, ew, you're not feeding me the way I want to be fed. I'm leaving. Bye. And I'm just like, well, wait a minute. I'm giving you love and light. I'm feeding you. I'm protecting you, right? And then I was just like, my leech fell off. My leech fell off. And then somebody's just like, well, isn't that a good thing? So it is a good thing because now, not because you're all love and light, it's like you no longer have this parasite on you that's like taking from you, feeding, and it's just like it was like feeding you and like taking from you. It's like making sure that you're staying in this pain in your heart. It was making sure that you're always being in pain because it was like a delicious. Like, as long as you're in pain, I'm fine with that because I'm always getting fed. And it's like it's not getting what it wants from me. It's not getting the nutrients and vitamins, right? So it's like whatever this parasite, it's like its nutrition coach was like, okay, well, you're having too much love and light in your diet. You need to get off. Okay, so let's move on from that. Now, actually, we need to go through the grieving process. But I feel like, you know what? Anyways, let me, because then there's also the whole acceptance. So I feel like with this parasite, once you realize that this could be a person for a lot of you, this could be a lifestyle, a way of thinking, you going through your spiritual journey and healing parts of yourself. Also, I want to note that a lot of the times people, they hold on to pain because it's like all they know. And you're just like, that's not all you know because this parasite is no longer on you. You've moved on from it. You've moved on. This parasite's just like, ew, you moved on and now you're all love and light. I can't eat that. I can't feed off of that. Alright, let me get another card. So yeah, I feel like this is about you nurturing somebody or something that was doing you more harm than good. And now that it's gone, oh, the grieving process. Didn't I just say I needed something for the grieving process? This is it. The first house. Who you are, your desires, your actions. First house. Aries. So we have Aries and Cancer here so far. So now that this parasite has fallen off of you, it's kind of like putting your whole identity into perspective. You're kind of like realizing, well, who am I now that this parasite is off of me? What am I? What's my purpose? What am I supposed to do now? What will I nurture? What will I take care of? What will I love? The answer to that is yourself. You nurture yourself. You don't nurture that pain anymore. You don't nurture that parasite. You nurture yourself. You nurture who you want to be. You nurture, who you're meant to be. You nurture that inner child, not that parasite. You're going through a metamorphosis inside. Your actions, your desires, who you are. It's like, it's giving you a sense of, like, there's a new door has opened for you. There's something happening in August. I can feel it in my bones. There's something happening in August. It's opening a new door for you to, like, be able to actually be who you are. Actually do what you want to do. Right? Whatever you're desiring into this world, you have a room in your heart. It's also about letting something in, like letting things in, like good things, abundance, manifestations, happiness. Hold on. What was I saying? Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I got excited. Also, I want to point out that because you were too busy nurturing this parasite inside of you, you couldn't really focus on anything else. Nurturing goodness, nurturing things that mattered. Like, if you were focused on nurturing this parasite, and let's say this parasite was insecurities, malice, bitterness, revenge, pain, you're ignoring the ability to nurture all the good qualities in you, right? Maybe your confidence, your skills, your talents, your whatever it is, right? That you could have been putting your love and light into, your energy, your nurturing. What does it say? Practice makes perfect. So if you have like a talent, you were too focused on this parasite, nurturing this parasite, and you didn't have the time or the space or the energy to focus on this talent, right? To grow this talent, to nurture this talent, this skill, this ability, whatever it was, right? Because you're too focused on feeding the parasite. Now that the parasite is gone, it fell off. You're more love and light than anything than you were before, right? So now that you're more love and light, this parasite has fallen off of you. There's a sense of relief. So now you're open to yourself. You've opened yourself to yourself. So now you have more time for your hobbies, things that you desire, things that you enjoy focusing on who you are, building yourself up, right? Your talents, your skills, your abilities, whatever. So we've gone from heartbreak to kind of like shock and confusion. What will I do now? This is what you will do. This is what you're going to do now. So now we're going to go towards acceptance, I guess. It's like the 5 stages of grief, right? Acceptance. Hold on. So we got Cancer and we have Aries out here. In the 9th house. I believe that's Sagittarius. So now this is you entering into the world. This could also just be you finally stepping into your own world. Like, you're too busy nurturing things that don't matter. Right? Now you're able to nurture things in your world. Your abilities, your talents, yourself. Grow yourself. Nurture yourself. Watering your own garden. I'm seeing 9 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. You're nurturing. You're doing the work. You're growing. Right? Healing. These are things that you're doing now. So this was the process, the shock, the heartbreak, and then the who you're going to be, what you're doing now. So the acceptance is now the process, or it's something that you're doing now. The acceptance is what you're doing now. So in the 9th house, Sagittarius, as if it or they came from all there is. The philosophies and laws involved, do it in a big way. So it's kind of like you're doing a complete 180. You're learning new things. You're walking your spiritual path. And now that you're accepting things, it's kind of like you're a big shot now. I'm not trying to say that in a cocky way. It's kind of like, but it's like you've passed your major tests. You've accepted things for what they are. You're realizing things for what they are. You've graduated, right? And what happens if you ever go back to a place where like school or college or high school, whatever, and when you graduate and then when you walk back, you feel like pretty like, wow, I did all this. You get to look at the whole school, the whole campus. You get to look at it and take it in and like, wow, I really did all this. Do you ever get like a test in school and you get like a good grade on the test and you look at the test and you're like, wow, I did all this. I answered all these questions. I did the essay. I did the work. I studied. Wow. This is, and you get like a sense of release, a sense of accomplishment. Like, wow, this feels really good. Right? So as if it or they came from all there is, the philosophies and laws involved, do it in a big way. Do it in a big way. I feel like you're now being who you are, unabashed, unashamed, unhindered. It's like, okay, so this happened, this heartbreak happened, this parasite was taken from me. Now that you have all this love and light and space inside of you, you can be and walk into your purpose without being or feeling small and tiny. And I don't know, the way I'm seeing it is just like you're walking into a room and you're shining, you're glowing, and you're just like, you know how like Superman or Spider-Man, they land and they're just like this, I'm here. It's like that. That's how it feels. It's like, I've accepted this. I am here to do the work now. This is who I am. I'm here now. Like, I don't know. That's how I see it. You're not holding back on anything, right? Also, you're learning a lot. You're studying. You're studying a lot about your spiritual journey, who you are, what you like, your hobbies. You could also be studying and focusing on your talents and skills, but like your spiritual talents, your spiritual skills. You're delving into that. Like, these are all things that you're currently doing right now. As if it or they came from all there is. It or a. Something about you're realizing who you are when it comes to like a divine being, right? But the great creator. You're becoming more wise. You have room to study properly. We have your brother. It came out. So if you have a brother, I'm hearing my brother in faith. My brother in faith. Every time I hear that, it's so funny because it comes from a joke. My brother in faith. I need one more for your brother. Something about your brother. You looking for a sign is a sign. So that's for the collective. So you're obviously on the right path. You also could have accepted that your path, this parasite was blocking you from your path. But you were too busy nurturing it to see that. Tell me about your brother. I'm obsessed with you. Alright, so I was right. So you have a brother. My brother in faith. I keep hearing that. It's so funny. You have a brother who has no sense of spiritual values. They don't care about walking the path of light in particular. And because this person is obsessed with you, this brother, this sibling, this could also be a brother who may not be by blood, but somebody who you considered like my brother from another mother. That's why I keep hearing my brother in faith. My brother in faith, right? So this could have been like, if it's not a brother by blood, it's like a brother from another mother, right? Somebody who you consider to be very, very close to you. Like a best friend or something like that. Whoever this person is, they don't have the same spiritual values as you do. They do not. And also, they like to hoard things. So this could have been a person that liked to lie to you a lot. Or like, it's like, I know something you don't know and I'm not going to tell you. I know something you don't know and I'm not going to tell you. So this could have been the parasite that you were too busy nurturing. Whoever this sibling is, or brother, or best friend, or karmic masculine that's close to you, they're obsessed with you. There's an obsession. There's an obsession with you. Watch out for flying monkeys. This person's going to send somebody your way. Because now, the way they see is, you know something that I don't know, and I want you to tell me. Before, it was like, this masculine, this brother, this parasite could have been like, I know something you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. And now this person wants to send flying monkeys to you to find out what you know because they don't know something and they want you to tell them. They want to know how you got them off you. Or how you got them, how you got them off you. If this person was a parasite, or if they sent a parasite, it's no longer on you. It fell off. It's not being fed the way it wants to be fed. So this person could have actually been a parasite, right? Maybe you're not drinking with them, or maybe you're not gossiping with them, or maybe you're not smoking with them, or maybe you're not being negative and just all chaotic with them. So they want to know how. They're going to send somebody your way to find out what it is that you know because you're not telling them what you know. This is all about what you know about your spirituality. This is about your spirituality. And I know I'm repeating a lot because it's like I have to drill it into you. Like, this is what it is. Like, you need to understand this is what it is. You've already gone through a grieving process, right? You've already gone through a grieving process, a realization, and acceptance, right? So now you have to see it for what it is, accept it. Like, isn't this a good thing that this parasite is no longer on you? This is a good thing. And this person's like, how did you realize this is a good thing? How? Tell me, how did you know? Tell me how you found this out. Tell me. And because you're not telling them or they're not around you, they're going to send somebody around you to find out. How did you find out that this parasite was not good for you? How did you find out that they were the parasite? Pity party for a narcissist liar. Yeah, this person is a narcissist and a liar. And the reason why it was working for so long is because you, being in this Cancerian energy, a natural nurturer, a natural caregiver, a natural lover, a natural mother, like whether or not you're a masculine or a divine feminine, a divine masculine or a divine feminine, Cancers in general are just like super nurturing. They love to take care. They love to protect. They love to provide, right? That's how Cancers are. I've been around Cancers my entire life. Like, that's just how a Cancer naturally is. Now, I've met some good Cancers and I've met some bad Cancers, right? But this narcissist, this liar, that's what they loved about you. How you were so nurturing and like caring and like, you know, trying to appease it and make it happy and make it a comfy home and protect it and love it and like, you know, give it compliments. And, you know, this parasite could have barred its teeth at you and hissed at you and you're just like, oh my God, you're so cute, let me pet you, right? Because a Cancer is just like a mom. It's like you're a big ass mom to this person. Like, All right. I'm gonna pull one more, and then I'm gonna change. Look, time to break free. Time to break free. But this was on top of the whole grieving process, realizing who you are, your desires, your actions. The first house is about how you. My hands are shaking. This is about how you see yourself now. You no longer see yourself as this parasite's nurturer, this parasite's caregiver, this parasite's, everything. Like, I'm not your mom. That's what you're saying to this parasite. Like, I'm not your mom. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your caregiver. I'm not your protector. This is what you're realizing. Like, I don't have to. Like, I just don't have to. You're realizing this is what you're desiring too. You're desiring to break free. You're desiring to, like, oh yeah, this is a good thing. It's a good thing that you fell off of me. It's a good thing that you're no longer on me. It's a good thing that I'm all love and light. You can't feed off of me, right? Because I don't have that pain in my heart anymore. I don't have that malice. And this person wants to know, how did you realize that I'm not good for you, right? Their spiritual values, either they have none, or it's completely different from yours. But you're spiritually on your path right now. This is happening right now. This is what you're doing right now. And right now, they're trying to send somebody your way to figure out, how did you know I was not good for you? Page of Swords, look. They're watching, and they're trying to figure something out when it comes to you. That was a really bad shuffle. Hold on. I probably will do another video. My shufflings are so bad right now. Only because I don't want to break my nails. These are press-ons. And they're really pretty. I don't want to break them. But, if they pop off, they pop off. I'll just glue them on again. Shit. Wow. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. Alright. We got a couple cards that fell out. Seven of Pentacles. And the High Priestess in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. This is something that you're working towards right now. You're planting seeds, but within yourself. Right? I also feel like you had seeds already in you. Like seeds of talent, seeds of skills, seeds of... You just had seeds in you. Talents and skills. They were already in you, but you just never watered them. You never had the time to nurture them and provide for them and take care of them because you were too busy focusing on this parasite. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, you were focusing on nurturing this parasite than the things that are inside you. Talents, skills, abilities. You already had these in you. They were planted in you a long time ago by the great creator God. You already had them inside of you. You just weren't watering them. You weren't investing into them. You were investing into this parasite. And now that the parasite has fallen off of you, now you're able to invest into yourself. You've opened yourself up to yourself. You can now focus on 3838, your skills, your talents, your abilities. This is something that you're doing. I feel like this, I just heard the great harvest, but not in that way. In the great harvest as in like planting and sowing and nurturing seeds inside of you so that way you can use them, right? The great harvest, like not in like energy harvest kind of way, not that one. I mean like when a farmer, they plant and sow and nurture and water their garden, they can harvest their fruits and vegetables and use them and eat them, and they can sow in their skills and like fruits of their labor. That's the term, fruits of their labor. And now that you're doing this, you're investing into something that's good for you. That's not going to do you more harm than good. Your brother was listening to a high priestess in reverse. So a wicked woman who could dabble in magic, was doing magic on you. This brother of yours was also doing... I feel like they were getting false information on you. Also, this brother of yours, they're gonna send a high priestess in reverse your way. That's the flying monkey. They're gonna send a woman your way to get information on you, which is interesting because even this high priestess in reverse doesn't know what you know. This high priestess in reverse is very curious about you. You have information not even this high priestess in reverse knows about, or that they have, or that they can attain or obtain. There's a lot of people curious. This brother of yours and this high priestess in reverse. This high priestess in reverse was sent by your brother, but she has her own motives. Like, she's naturally actually very curious about you, even though she's on a job. She's on a job, but she's actually very curious. She's not good, right? But she knows, like, she's impressed by you. Like, she knows power when she sees it or when she feels it. That's why she's curious about you. Even though she's on a job, she's curious about you. You want to open that? Here. Here. But be careful, because you're bows. Okay. Yeah, so this brother of yours, whether this is like a brother from another mother, a best friend, somebody who you're very close to, or a blood brother, they're sending a high priestess in reverse your way, and while she's on the job to do whatever she's on a job to do, get readings on you, do readings for you, black magic, do work to spy on you, to infiltrate, she's actually very curious of how powerful you are. And she wants to also know how you're 4141. She wants to know how you're powerful. Like, how are you so powerful? Like, that's where her curiosity is stemming from. Like, how are you this powerful? How? Right? That's not her business, though. Nine of Wands. Who's the Nine of Wands, though? I feel like you could have been this Nine of Wands for a very long time. I'm going to nurture you until I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. But I'm still going to feed into you. I'm still going to nurture you. Still going to protect you. Still going to love you. Blah, 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 right? I'm going to give you everything I have, even though I'm very tired and exhausted. You're not doing that anymore. This brother, they're tired and exhausted. It's like they can't. This is because a narcissist and a liar, they need somebody to feed off of. They need somebody to feed off of. Honestly, you know what? That's not really. I'm not gonna say that. But this brother, narcissist, liar, they need somebody to feed off of. They can't feed off of you anymore. So now they're just like, I can't keep going. I can't keep doing this. I can't go on. I'm so tired. I'm so weak. I'm so right? They can't keep going on. They can't keep on keeping on. So that's why they're sending a high priestess in reverse to figure out how exactly you realized that they were the parasite. They want to know how you got them off of you because they want to get back on you. They want to, utilize your energy, feed off of you. They want that. So that's why they're sending a high priestess your way to figure out how they can do this again. But they're dumb, right? And this high priestess in reverse should know better. Like, you should know better. Because you're obviously way more powerful than this high priestess in reverse. Like, come on. You should know better. I think I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to call it. Because, I guess I'll do 3 more. 4 more. There's 4. 8 of Cups. The Sun! This is funny. 8 of Cups in the Sun. Yeah. Your happiness, it's interesting because it's like they abandoned you. I also feel like you didn't realize that them abandoning you would be a good thing. Them walking away from you would be a good thing for you in the long run. But they thought that if they walked away from you, it was like you were gonna appease them or be scared for the rest of your life and hold on to that. Like, wait, come back, please, come back. Let me nurture you, let me protect you. And they're like, I don't need that. And then it's like you were just like, and then somebody was like, Somebody who was like, well, isn't that a good thing? And you're like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. This is a good thing. All right, let me just go be happy elsewhere. Right? Let me focus on myself. I feel like you didn't realize that them leaving would be a good thing. Them walking away would be a good thing. And now that they've walked away, you're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm happy. I can invest in myself. So it's like this heartbreak eventually brought you happiness. What are these two? The Emperor and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So we've got Cancer, Leo, Aries, and Aries twice. We've got Aries twice. There's something about Aries here. Hold on. No. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. She had a spray bottle. Anyways. So, yeah, we do have Aries out here twice. We have the Emperor and the Knight of Wands in reverse. But that's on top of in the 9th house. So, whoever this brother is, I feel like this brother definitely had a lot of authority in your life to the point where you kind of like, what? I feel like you wanted to appease them. It had to do because maybe they were older than you, or you looked up to them, or it was like you respected them, or maybe you were afraid of them, or it was whatever it was. This person definitely had some sort of authority in your life. But again, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, pity party for a narcissist liar. This person is not a good person. It's like they abuse their authority. They abuse their power. They were abusing, I don't know, your love for them, your kindness, your loyalty, your nurturing, right? So you could be the kind of person that's like, even if you don't have money, I'll still pay for your food, right? And you don't even have to worry about paying me back. It's like you were that kind of person. And this person, they just took advantage of it. They took advantage of it by keeping you negative and making sure that they fed onto your pain. And so, like, if you tried to be happy, they would, like, I don't know, make fun of it. Not, like, bully it, but they would definitely make it seem like, why? Why do you want to move on from that? Why do you want to heal? Why do you want to be better? It's like they would definitely try to gaslight you into, like, why do you want to, like, if you had a really good talent or a skill or ability, this person will make you feel like you don't have to, that's nothing. You don't have to invest into that. That's not going to get you anywhere, or whatever the case it is. What narcissists and liars do, they gaslight you. And I feel like for a long time, this person, because of the authority that they had in your life, the position, the standing that you held for them in your life, maybe the respect as well. Even if you were like maybe the same age, you just held this person on a pedestal because you just respected them. You wanted to take care of them and nurture them, and they loved that. They fed off of that. So anyways, basically they can't do that anymore. This narcissist, liar, Knight of Wands in reverse. There's something about playing games with spirituality too. Like, if they got wind that you wanted to walk down the spiritual path and heal and be better, they try to, like, make you feel like that's stupid. Like, oh, come on, you don't have to do that. Like, that's not real. Like that. But obviously it is real because look what's happening. Look what happened, right? So now they're trying to send a high priestess in reverse to figure out, like, it's the weirdest thing too, because, like, if it wasn't real in the first place, like, why are you trying so hard to come back? And on top of that, you're sending somebody who's, like, also spiritual, because this high priestess in reverse, she is also spiritual as well, but it's like she focuses on more of the negative, selfish aspects of it. So he just found somebody who would do whatever he want. And in doing so, by hiring the spiritual high priestess in reverse, she found out that you really are powerful, and that got her curious. So But again, there's nothing to worry about because you're all love and light, and this narcissist can't even feed on you. They can't feed on you anymore. So, whatever you're doing, keep on keeping on, right? Because this narcissist liar, emperor, your brother, he can't keep on keeping on. He can't. He can't, right? So, this is a reading. I hope it helps. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you Monday. Bye.